beobachtet worden zu beantworten war. Will I be alright?
Hey guys, a little video now on the NA5N Nancy Alpha 5 Nancy Pipsqueak regenerative receiver. Found this one online, the circuit online actually, and actually seen the first heard tell of the Pipsqueak regenerative receiver on YouTube. There was an amateur that built this same circuit receiver, and I said, but I had to take a look at it, and I found the schematic, and of course I had to have a shot at it. It's not that bad. It looks like a lot to it, but really it's not, well, it is and it's not. The regenerative receiver is an interesting circuit by itself, how they work. As they take the signal from the antenna, they bring it in, they amplify this circuit, and at the same time it amplifies audio going out, and then it kind of repeats itself, sort of thing, so it's all just one big vicious circle. So obviously you turn up your regenerative control, which is this one here, and you turn it up to a certain point that the sensitivity of the radio is that great that it would actually put the whole receiver into oscillation. So right now I'm listening to so basically what I got, like I do with just about any receiver I'm building, I got the audio output from the RCA jack that feeds into this realistic SA101 stereo amplifier. And it has provision for tuner, tape, and phono. And I like to drive the audio into the phono portion for these little receivers, as it's more sensitive to audio. Anyways, so you have your antenna section here, your coil, 2N3904. The original circuit called for 2N2222 transistors, but all I got basically is 2N3904s. I got other piles of transistors there, but I like using the 3904s. So I built the circuit. So you got the antenna here, antenna, coil, which is obviously this part here. Antenna comes in, coil, then the coil comes over to the tuning capacitor, and it goes off onto the base of this, or the collector of this 3904. You got the regenerative control here, or gain control, whatever you want to call it. That's regenerative, which is this potentiometer right here. That's a 200K. And then we've got a volume output, which is 5K. Controls the audio out, and it do pull on the frequency a little bit, obviously. This little stage here is basically a little audio amplifier. I didn't seem to get a whole lot out of it, so I built my regular 3904 audio amp. That's the one that Mr. Carl came up with, and I got to say Carl, or I should say, not Carl. I seen it online. Just a single 3904. Carl, I'm getting your C preamp mixed up here. This is just a simple 2N3904 audio amplifier, single transistor. It called for 2 10 UF electrolytic capacitors, but I found that the audio seems to be better in this circuit using these guys here. And I actually took 2 capacitors and doubled them here. It just makes the audio sound a bit better. The audio amplifier is run by 4 AA batteries right here, but the main receiver circuit is run on one 9-volt battery right here. The 9-volt battery runs this whole entire circuit, and the audio amplifier is on the output of the volume controller here. So the coil I got made, this one here. It's got 15 turns, tap to 5 from the bottom. You can also build another one. Apparently this coil here can give you about 8.7 to 11 megahertz. But this one I'm using, which is this one over here, this is put me into the 40 meter amateur band and into marine band. So it's around 7 megs, 7 to 8 megahertz thereabouts. Probably more between 6 and 8 megahertz. This is more tuned into. I can hear a lot of digital, digital transmissions and stuff, commercial digital. Depending where I put my regenerative control, my volume control, and the main tuning control, I can hear FT8 on this receiver. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but for a simple design, I mean, yes, it certainly do work. And again, I'd recommend anybody that interested in building a little regenerative receiver to try the NA5N Pipsqueak regenerative receiver. It works. It works. I think it works. Well, obviously it works. I built it, and it's coming as live. Now, obviously you can build better versions of it, more compact versions of it, whatever. But my tuning, how I'm using, I'm just, manually tuning the variable capacitor here. And it's very, very touchy, to say the least. I might build, I'm thinking about building another version of this receiver, a Rev B basically. Make it, build it into something, smaller, probably like a wooden cabinet probably. And see if I can jam it all in there. I'll put like a smaller size coil on it and whatnot, and compress this thing into a smaller box, just to see if I can run it all off one 9-volt battery. But so we got a 2N 3904 that's sitting right there. That's one of them. The other one is right at the tuning capacitor, right there. And the audio amplifier, obviously the 2N 3904, which is sitting right there. I mean, yes, this solder jobs is not that great, but I mean, this is just experimentation. It's not like something you'd build and sell it to somebody, obviously not. It's just, I felt like just building something, It's just something you can tinker with, burns it up, what odds? But, I mean, you can forever be, looking at schematics, watching other people on YouTube build receivers and whatnot, and not really know a thing about how they work. But take that circuit and try to build something with it. You actually learn from the experience. Not only that, you also get used to, you get a feel for how you got to build circuits and stuff. I mean, this by no means is correct, but it's how the circuit is. This is the circuit. It mightn't be, mightn't look great, might look like whatever, but it's just something I decided to put together, slap it together, and this is the result of about 2 days worth of construction. So just got a antenna input here, audio output. This all is on the back. Agenda, volume, main tuning. 4 AA's runs the audio amp, and one 9-volt runs the rest of the circuit. I've got the I've got my normal, you know, that I built a while ago, 2N3904 audio amplifier. This is actually a great little amp, you know, for little like crystal radios and stuff like that. This amplifier, this 2N3904, you'd be surprised how well this can amplify the tiniest of signals, especially from stuff like this. This audio amp, it works very well. So the audio amp I got here is the exact same thing that's in this box here, and works well. Anyways, just a little video there on the NA5N Pipsqueak regenerative receiver. This is, it should be able to tune 2 to 12 megahertz. Again, that depends on how your coil is made, the turns, and your tap and whatnot. It can tune anywhere in between here, between 2 and 12, or between 2 and 12 megahertz. There is a fine-tuned circuit that I found online. There's another chap built the same circuit, and he's using a varactor diode and a 10K potentiometer with a couple capacitors, resistor, whatever, and 9 volt to do the fine tune for this same thing, or fine tune, or main tune, whatever. Basically, this varactor diode over here, this whole circuit here, replaces this tuning capacitor. So again, that would make this circuit that much smaller again if you eliminate the tuning capacitor and go with a varactor diode. So there's a varactor diode tuned right there circuit that replaces the main tuning capacitor here. Anyway, just want to do this little video on this receiver. I'm using some shielded cable. Use a shielded cable here and here and also here. These three are shielded. Everything else is open wire. But there we have it. That's the NA5N Pipsqueak regenerative receiver. And one thing I'll also tell you, the tuning capacitor is not grounded. This circuit, as you can see, is the main tuning capacitor, and it's grounded through this ceramic capacitor right here. So it's not grounded. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, folks, and we'll see what we can build out of me junk box the next little while. All the best, folks. Thanks for watching. This is Radionuts 63 out.